Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, come at you with a special episode for you today. In the past, I have done numerous episodes on my World War One autograph collection. Well, this time I have some new autographs. I can expand the military autograph collection even more so, or the historical collection even more so. On eBay a few months back, I totally forgot to do videos on these or just kept putting it off and putting it off. But several autographs came up from some Civil War veterans from the South and the North, and I put bids in. Unfortunately, I only won a couple of them. However, one of them did have a couple signatures on them, so technically we have three here. But I was hoping to win at least three to make a video worthwhile. So we at least got three people here we can learn about. Most of them went for well over what I was willing to pay. Some of them even went well over $100. But hey, I gave it a shot. I think they all started at $10, and I think one of these I was able to get for $9.99. And then I think the other one was probably about 30, which was maybe 30 or 40 with shipping. So I thought it was well worth it to add something of historical significance. I thought that'd be really cool. So it's kind of a not often you get to see this stuff pop up anyways. So we will start off with, I guess, maybe the one that has the least that we know about, I guess. So this is a letter from the Watertown and Brownville Railroad Company. It's signed by a lawyer who was a Civil War veteran. I don't have a picture of him, unfortunately, but I will look. Just take a double check to make sure I can't find one and include it in this video if I can. I guess it'll probably be at the end. Well, this is Colonel Joseph Addison, lawyer. Or my bad, he wasn't a lawyer. That's just his last name. I'm stupid. So again, he owned a railroad or was partnering on a railroad or something like that. But he was a Civil War lieutenant colonel for faithful and meritorious service, U.S. Volunteers Paymasters Department from 1861 to 1866. He was also 19th century prominent New York Railroad executive and distinguished banker, so he had a pretty successful life after the war. He was secretary and treasurer of the Rome, Watertown, and Ogdensburg Railroad Company. The Hojak line is what it's called, from 1876 to 1902. Treasurer of the Oswego and Rome Railroad, 1870s, and vice president of the Jefferson County Savings Bank. And I love the seller too, how they include this extra information on the person and the document, which is really cool. Saves me some work and allows me to do better videos and then save my collection. So this autograph letter was signed by lawyer on Watertown and Brownville Railroad Company, Office of Receiver letterhead, dated at Watertown, New York, February 17th, 1897, asking a trustee in bankruptcy whether to pay higher rates. There was several autographs too that were related to Gettysburg that I really wanted to try and get, but those went up way too high. I tried, I really did, guys. That would have been really cool to have some Gettysburg related stuff. So just some notes on Mr. Lawyer here. When the Civil War broke out, Joseph Addison Lawyer was made an additional paymaster of volunteer troops until 1866 with the rank of lieutenant colonel. After the war, he returned to Watertown, New York, and engaged in business until 1876, when he was made secretary-treasurer of the Rome, Watertown, and Ogdensburg Railroad. He held that position for over 10 years when the New York Central bought the road. However, so that'd be a New York Central train station, I guess? I don't know. However, Colonel Lawyer continued to hold the title of secretary-treasurer until his death. He was active in masonry, having been commander of Watertown Commander. So that's like Knights Templar and stuff like that. Number 11 Knights Templar in 1869, 1870, 71, 74, and 75 Master of Watertown Lodge. Number 49 a.m. 1871 to 72, a member of the Scottish Right Bodies as well. Also, he was vice president of the Jefferson County Savings Bank. Colonel Lawyer's wife was the former Mary Huntington, and their children were Edward Lawyer and Mary, the latter of whom married Willard D. McKinstry, editor of the Watertown Daily Times until his death early in 1919. So, pretty prominent man there. It's a really nice autograph to add to the historical and military collection and beginning of a Civil War autograph collection. Don't know how far I'll be able to go because they're so expensive, but at least we got a couple. Next up, this one is, I believe, it's technically together, but so we have a looks like some sort of a, some more pictures. I don't know if he actually signed it or if it's just talking about him, because there's this one, the Erie Railway Company, and it's got, so it says, here's an autographed document signed by Colgate. So this is John Henry Colgate, who we'll get to later. I believe also that's the same, that's a Colgate toothpaste, I believe, which I thought was cool. Two attached billhead receipts to the Sterling Iron and Railway Company for 5 boxes of soap, totaling $36.58, and received in good order by Charles Townsend Ford. So it's a bill from the Colgate Company, I guess. I don't know if that's actually signed by Mr. Colgate. It might be. I don't know. We'll take a look. But either way, let's throw up 2 pictures of Charles Townsend Ford and John Henry Colgate for you. Alright, so those are the gentlemen that we are talking about. We got this one as well. So, where they bought, the Colgate Company bought the, well, traded the boxes or whatever for soap. So Charles Townsend Ford was born in 1844 to 1934. He's a prominent railroad builder and iron ore mining furnace manager. General superintendent and manager of the Sterling Iron Railroad Company and Sterling Iron Mine Works at Sloatsburg, New York for decades. Colgate endorses the receipt in his hand. So this is endorsed by Mr. Colgate. So that's pretty cool. And they do have, that's right, they do, he does like zoom in on it. So this is primarily an autograph, I guess, of Mr. Colgate. So there's the bill of sale. And there's the autograph piece in question. And there's also some more stuff on the back for some reason. But that's pretty cool. So I don't think there's, I think it's just, they just put a little extra about Mr. Ford, but it's not necessarily signed by him. But we got Mr. John Henry Colgate, who the second picture was of. Again, there's a reference for you. He was born in 1826, died in 1916, served in the 127th New York Volunteers for the Union Army. He's a Civil War corporal in B Company of the 127th New York Infantry, also known as the Monitors, from 1862 to 1865. Son of Bowles Colgate, who was born 1789 to 1845, co-founder of Colgate and Company, the famous soap firm known today as Colgate Palmolive. That's right, so became Palmolive Soap. And Harvard-educated lawyer and executive of Colgate and Company from 1865 to 1911. So right after he got out of the war, he became a lawyer and executive of the company. He was also educated at the Hamilton Literary and Theological Institution at Hamilton, New York, graduated in 1847. So, pretty cool. I don't know if there's any more stuff we have. Actually, we do. We have some battle experience. I'll go ahead and read that real quick. During the war, Colgate saw action in and around Charleston, South Carolina, fighting with the 127th New York in various operations around Charleston Harbor in 1863, including the siege of Fort Wagner, the bombardment of Fort Sumter, wow, and the Battle of Honey Hill, South Carolina. He was also present during the evacuation and occupation of Charleston. Colgate is buried near his father Bowles Colgate in Brooklyn, New York, historic Greenwood Cemetery. So that's so I thought those not being able to win, as many autographs as I'd hoped. I think those two definitely were video worthy of retelling their stories and really cool. And that one, the bill of sale autograph, was actually signed in 1866, just 2 years after the war. So that's our closest piece so far, besides the letters from my great grandfather Josiah Howe that are actually written for the Civil War. So that's, I guess technically we can have 3 autographs. So that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed these little historical episodes. I do have a great deal of fun doing them, so I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or maybe some things to possibly go after in the future, when funds become more available, we'll definitely try. But I would appreciate some insight, and just let me know what you think. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.